rematch of the regular season in high school boys hockey. Tonight on CCX, a matchup between two old-time rivals. The Osseo Orioles come to Maple Grove to take on the Crimson. From the Maple Grove Community Center, John Jacobson and Dan Ficken. And Dan, talk about the rivalry that goes back since Maple Grove opened in the 96-97 school year. Osseo winning a lot of the games in the first 10 years, but it's been a long time. It hasn't been much of a rivalry as far as wins and losses in recent years. Maple Grove, in fact, has shut out Osseo the last 5 seasons.
Yeah, it's been tough for the Orioles. They haven't quite got the numbers that Maple Grove has. Maple Grove's numbers have gone up, Osceo's numbers have gone down youth-wise, and that affects your program. But there's a little pluck going on here, too. This is a rivalry game, and all these kids not only played against each other, they played with each other on both teams, so it'll be interesting to watch this matchup.
And Osseo a better team than last year. Last year, 4 wins, 20 losses, 1 tie. They come into tonight 9-9.
Yeah, they got back to 500, and they've really put on some nice wins lately. They're 3-3-1 in their last 7, and they're really coming on. Why? They can score. They're scoring almost 4 goals a game. Their defensive goaltending holds up. They're going to give Maple Grove a run tonight.
Maple Grove, make no mistake, is one of the great teams in the state, though, coming in with 13 wins on the year, runner-up last year in Class AA. Really have a nice team again. A lot of veterans, a lot of guys who have been through the wars in the postseason and getting to the state tournament in 2022.
Yeah, and guess what? They got to the championship game, and they did not win it. That's sticking in their craw a little bit, and they know they're good. They're going to go out and play it. They want to get back to where they were last year, only this time come out on top.
Let's look at our key players, starting with Osseo. It's senior Luke Sawicki plays on the first line, a captain, really good hockey player.
Center, too. And, boy, you got to have a lot of skills to be a good center, and he's really good at it. You can put the puck in the net, but he feeds his wings really nicely and does a great job with them. I'm sorry, Luke's on the other side. But he's a good, strong forward that plays both ways. He's kind of the guts of the team.
For Maple Grove, Jack Kernan also wears number 15, having a good senior year for the Crimson.
Here's the center I was talking about, my guy. Well, good all-around player again, and he runs the lines and does a good job with his wingers. Plays good defensively, too, which I really like.
Should be a good one here tonight, a fun one, a good crowd here on and at the Community Center. It's the Orioles and the Crimson high school boys hockey, and it's live on CTX in a moment. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV. We are back at Maple Grove High School. The Osseo Orioles and the Maple Grove Crimson boys hockey tonight on CCX. John Jacobson with Dan Ficken as we get ready for face-off. The Orioles tonight in bright orange uniforms, Dan, with the orange breezers and the black trim and the white numbers, and Maple Grove in their home whites with the crimson and gold trim.
We'll have no trouble reading numbers tonight, John, at all. But Osseo's coming in a little bit of a surge now. They're 3-3-1 in their last 7 games. They've played really well. Their penalty kill and power play, a little subpar right now. If they can get that going, John, they could make this a really good second half of the season.
Our goalies tonight, Justin Halverson for Osseo, the senior, 7-7 this year. Goals against average of 3.53. And there's a look at his save percentage, just under 89% on the season. Michael Bertness gets the call for Maple Grove, 2-0. He's been primarily the backup this season to Jack Roach. Goals against 0.4 and a save percentage of .976. Steenerson and Jake Sawicki to face off to get us underway here tonight. Only regular season meeting between these teams. They could play in the playoffs as Osseo shoots the puck back down into the zone and shot in front, and Bertness has got to come up with a big save early on Luke Sawicki. That was a good scoring chance, Dan.
Yes,
10 seconds into the game.
Well, they went right after the net, and they got a good shot off, and good save by Burton as he was ready to go. That could have surprised him.
Look at the last meeting just over a year ago of Maple Grove winning 7-0. I mentioned the last 4 years and the last 5 games all together. Maple Grove has shut out Osseo in each of those games, and they lead the all-time series by a pretty good margin as well. Osseo clearing the puck and cleared it up into their bench area and bring a face-off back in the Orioles' end.
Well, the Crimson, John, as we know, the past 5-7 years have been a pretty good hockey team, getting a state or close to it, and so they've definitely had the edge in talent right now the past few years. But this is a rivalry game. Let's see what the Orioles can do tonight.
Kernan winning the faceoff against Bennett Prokop. Puck goes back out to the blue line, slid across the right side and left side, and Halverson gloving the shot. Coming off the stick of Finn Brink. With the whistle, you look at the captain for the Crimson. University of Wisconsin, Dan.
Good man.
Hockey.
Good man. We like that, by gosh.
We. You like that. Left point and back into Brink's hands as he moves down the left circle. Back behind the net with the puck. Feeding it back out to the right point. Gavin Leno. Kernan in front, and Brink scores. Buries the shot, and it's 1-0. Nice setup for Maple Grove. Very patient, moving the puck around them, and Finn Brink scores his 18th goal of the season, and the Crimson are on top early.
Well, good pattern they had there. Twice they rolled it with moving wing to wing around the peripheral, and then all of a sudden the center comes down the guts, and they give it to him, and he gets it. And watch the pass right here. Boom. And they had tried that just a few seconds beforehand, didn't quite get a full load on it. But that time they made it count. And Brink gets him up 1-0 for the Crimson.
Beck Picanato gets the second assist. Kernan the first on the Brink goal. At 1:18. And Maple Grove accustomed to getting lead in game. Coming off a loss last week, or had a loss last week against Champlin Park in overtime. We're shot off the face-off, and they score again. They win the draw and then blistered into the back of the net, and it's 2-0. Jacob Sinclair gets his 5th of the year, and 2 goals for Maple Grove, 17 seconds apart.
Well, if you're the Osseo bench right now, you're going, okay, we got to stop this bleeding right now. But what a great setup. Perfect face-off win. And don't tell me face-offs aren't important, folks, because that made that goal right there just beautiful.
Great assist. Ty Patefield winning the draw. Picks up his 5th assist of the season. And Sinclair, as I mentioned, the senior getting his 5th of the season. And so it's 2-0. Maple Grove less than 3 minutes in.
And Osseo started out with the first chances of the game, too. 2 good opportunities, but now they find themselves down 2-0.
Come the Crimson, another rush. Halverson makes the stop. Comes back out to Brink on the pass. From the slot, a shot away, and he scores!
5-hole.
Brink with his 2nd goal. And Maple Grove with 3 goals in a minute.
And they're going to, the Orioles are going to switch goalies. Mr. Gustafson is now ready to, or Halverson is now ready to play tonight. Boy, he got stuck real early. Gave one up to the 5-hole in the last one here. You see it come back out top. They're going to get back to the middle again. And a little deflection there, I think.
Give Imgren the goal, Dan. Didn't get an assist to Brink, but he should have gotten one on the initial shot.
Yeah. Well, it's regroup time for the Orioles now. Just settle down and just let's play a little bit in the Maple Grove zone for a while. If you can get things calmed down, and hopefully your new goalie will get in there and start putting stop the puck from going in.
Samuel Osseo in net now, replacing Halverson after those first 3 shots. 3 of the first 6 shots found the back of the net.
You know, the difference here, Osseo comes in and he did not get the majority of the shots in the warm-up either. He got very few, actually, so we'll see if he stands up quick. A couple quick saves probably boost his confidence. Oh.
Side of the net, almost a nice setup there, but went wide. And cleared back out of the zone. Onto the stick of Margano. He'll bring it in, right side, shot away, fired it high over the top of the Osseo net, but comes all the way back out. Eli Paloranta able to get it just as far as the blue line. Now on the stick of Luke Sawicki. Sawicki, nice job to avoid Kernan. Got past Brink, but not with the puck anymore as he lost it at the blue line. Puck down into the Maple Grove zone. Leno playing it around back behind his net and then flipped up out to center ice. Gets past the D, comes loose, and fortunately Osseo able to get on top of it before Brink could get to the net. So look at his numbers, 2-2 on the season, goals against average of 4.19, and gets a quick call tonight. Look at that last goal.
It looked like that went off a skate. It might have just got a little bit of it. Yeah, it did. And redirected it toward the 5-hole, and it skittered in. Well, Maple Grove, John, they're getting set up in the high slot really nicely and just moving in and getting just a shot from a good spot. Osceo's got to stop them from getting into that area. Make them work from the outside.
The Immigrant goal, getting back to that last goal for Maple Grove, his 5th of the season. Andrew Karkos with his 9th assist. Face up time of the Maple Grove end. Maple Grove jumping out early to a lead.
Last goal was scored by their 4th line. It was definitely effective, I'll tell you that.
Blad brought it in. Shot goes on net. Saved. Comes back out to the left wing. And controlled by the Crimson. Push it back behind the net. Leafblad trying to get away from traffic. Feeds the pass back up to Andrew Leafblad. Evan Anderson coming in with the puck. Back behind the net it goes. Orioles clear to the blue line, but that's it. Shot deflects wide here of the Osseo net. And along the boards, finally cleared up. Maple Grove with it again. Side of the net. Ty Patefield gets it to the back out to Anderson. Left point to Andrew Leafblad, back behind the net. Puck lost there. Osseo able to clear it. It got past the point, and Andrew Leafblad, and Maple Grove's got to reset. Anderson, rink-wide pass, nicely done. In with a shot, and a save made. On a good quick chance there from Karkos.
Boy, Osseo's just falling right back into a defensive posture, John, and they're not really attacking that hard. I mean, Maple Grove just got possession time up the yin-yang.
Not here, puck gets deflected. And cleared back out, and roll all the way back toward the Maple Grove net. Turned over right in front. Almost a chance there for Jake Sawicki. Maple Grove coming back. They miss on the pass. Could be icing. It will be on.
It'll be icing.
Maple Grove.
Well, the Crimson just came out like Energizer Bunnies, boy, and just went right after it. And Osceo's kind of standing back in shock right now. And just tell by the way they're playing, they're just not moving their legs. They're a little more concerned about being in front of the net to stop a scoring opportunity rather than attacking, and they need to change that. They're down 3-0 now. Who cares how many more you give up? Go get some. That's what you got to do now.
Maple Grove clearing the puck up to center ice. Lucas Bush
Took a check as he came to the blue line. Osseo with control of the puck. Gonna get back out to center. And the Crimson with it again. Bush circles it on the left side. Goes back behind the net. Feeds it back out to the point to Leno. Shot from the top of the left circle. Picanato goes wide. Come backing out to center ice. Leno pushes it up the right side into the Osseo zone with the Orioles control. Get it only up to the board to the blue line, not out. Now they control it and back out of the zone. Now Bjork couldn't do anything with it. Dumped back behind the Maple Grove net. Picanato trying to turn away from trouble and does. And lost at center ice. Here comes Osseo. Pass drop that broken up by Maple Grove. Back on to Anderson's stick. Up comes Blake Steenerson. Left side. Moves into the circle. A shot away. Now Tino able to get a piece of that. From the point. Puck to move to the left corner. Shot away here. Good save made. Controlled by Maple Grove. Comes up to Kernan. Kernan will dump it back behind the net. Right point. And on the right side. Comes Brink with it. Brink trying to feed the pass off. Partially deflected. Allows Osseo to get it out. And they'll ice it.
It's been the most effective play the Orioles have had so far, John, is icing the puck. They've really been bottled up in their own zone.
On your left, David Prokop, now third year as head coach of Osceo's got two sons that play. They're on the same line, Bennett and Ty. Todd Berglund, they're on your right, 8th year as head coach at Maple Grove. Both really good guys and really good coaches, Dan.
Mm-hmm. Both programs are in good shape.
At center, turning and firing it back in, Luke Sawicki. Crimson, they able to play it out. Sawicki couldn't keep it in. Here comes Maple Grove. Shot away. Tino makes the stop. On the shot from Sinclair. And the breakout pass. And shot wide of the net by Paloranta. Stelgis trying to feed it up. Taken away by Osseo. Shot away wide of Burtness and the net. Sinclair able to get it to Ty Patefield. Flips it out to center ice. Way back ahead, shot away. Burtness has got to be ready for that shot. Makes the stop on Drew LeBurge. Puck centered, picked off by Martineau. And cleared out to center. Osseo shoot it back in. 7 minutes to play here in the first period. 3-0. Maple Grove getting 3 goals in 55 seconds early in this period. Shot away. Burtness has got to stretch out for that one off of Gavin Cheska's stick. 5th shot on net for Osseo. 12 so far for Maple Grove.
Well, Osseo's showing some fight back here now. They've been in the Maple Grove zone quite a while now. They've actually gotten a line change through there too, but they got to shoot, John. They got to start putting pucks on net.
Marganeau getting it to Picanato. Turns away from pressure there. Feeds it up on the right side and played in by Karkos into the Osseo zone. Covered up. And bring a face-off down in the Osseo zone.
So far, Maple Grove's flexing their muscles. Looking like the 13-3 team they are.
Maple Grove unable to hold the zone from center. Shot back in by Picanato. Cleared back up. No icing call, even though the pass missed there, but touched at the Maple Grove line. Crimson move it back out to center. Left side, rink wide pass. Grove trying to center it. Osseo able to take it away. Will Engel lost it though. Crimson in control again. Turning was Luke Giuliani. On to Leno's stick in front, and unable to do anything with it there was Lucas Bush.
Boy, Maple Grove's getting a lot of freeway in front of that Osseo net, by gosh. That last opportunity, a guy came through, almost had a chance to tip it.
Centering pass out in front, just a step ahead of Jake Sawicki off a pass from Eli Palarenta. Back out it comes to center ice. Brink moves in with a shot and a good save made by Osseo. Back out in front again. Back onto Brink's stick. Tie up back behind the net. Comes to Kernan. Blocked there. Kept in though by Maple Grove. Back on Kernan's stick. Out in front. A shot away and fired wide by Jay Ellingson.
Right now, John, the Crimson are doing whatever they want to in the Osseo zone.
Back comes Luke Sawicki. Shot away. Fired it wide of Burtness in the Maple Grove net. Good check along the boards. Maple Grove will push it up again. Tipped as they make a line change. Osseo push it up to center, down into the Maple Grove end. Martin lifted there. Lost as he came across the line. Poke check at center ice. Played ahead by Stelgis into the Osseo zone. Come down to 3.5 minutes to play here in the first period.
Well, periods move fast. There haven't been a lot of whistles. There have been no penalties. Just straightforward skating back and forth.
Not much on the shot. It came out to center, but then cleared right back in by Connor Stelgis. Sinclair along the boards. Took the return pass. Field to back out. Behind the net. Tie up there. Patefield trying to gain control. Does get it back out to the left side. Martineau goes down as he gets checked. Puck freed up and back behind the Osseo net. Can sell it from there. Got it out for Osseo. Maple Grove reset on their own end. Pass tipped by Imgren down into the Osseo end. Imgren trying to chase after Kinsella there. Maple Grove feeds it back out to the point. Shot, tip, and save.
Boy, Maple Grove's gotten into a nice rhythm here, John. They're moving the puck out of their zone very nicely, and then they get down in the attack zone and they spread out. Their forecheck is working. They're using their points effectively, and they're getting some shots on goal.
Just over 2 minutes to play here in the period. Also able to clear out to center ice and into the Maple Grove end. Centering pass, broken up by Maple Grove. They get it out to center. Kim Grindle carried in deep. Martineau with a shot and gets deflected up and over the glass.
Well, the Crimson have been 1-1-1 in their last 3 games, and think somebody pointed that out to him in between the last 2 games here because they came out firing on all cylinders right off the bat. They've also been very sick from when we talked to Coach Berglund, that they've had a lot of illness over the past couple weeks on their team. This is the first time he's had his full team together in quite a while.
Orioles break it out to center ice. Into the zone. Shot goes wide of the net. Cleared back out toward the point, but Maple Grove able to push it back out to center ice. Anderson for Maple Grove. Brought in right side, moving into the slot. A shot away, a tip, and it goes just wide. Giuliani with the initial shot there. Kept in the zone. Here's Steenerson firing, and the save made.
Well, looks like this goal change has been pretty good. Sam Otieno is doing very well for them and getting some good backstop.
He's come up with 10 shots on, or 10 saves on 10 shots since he's come in.
This is the final minute of play in the period.
So we're under a minute to play here in the first period.
Boy, it'd really help the Orioles out right now if they could put one in the net here in the last minute.
Swicky gets the puck ahead to center, went off a skate though. Steenerson turns it back the other way for Maple Grove. Still with it out front, turns and fires it wide. He's a hard guy to move out of there, right? There's a lot of number 18 there, shot away. This goes wide, and put right back through the goal mouth. And then all the way through. Icing on Osseo.
Well, you're looking at a guy, Blake Steenerson. He's 6'4". He's got a huge wingspan. He can really bring it when he wants to. We've seen him a number of times this year. Good player. Look at this opportunity. It just missed as it skimmed through the crease there.
Giuliani on the goal chance there. Now 10 seconds to go in the period. One last rush for Osseo. Shot, but didn't get all the way through to the goal. And we are through one period. No penalties, but 3 goals that came in a flurry. 57 seconds. Brink, Sinclair, and Imgren to make it 3-0. There's Imgren, we got the third.
Well, there's no question as to who's dominating this game. Maple Grove's outshot Osseo 16-5 so far in this period, and they put 3 goals in. So big uphill climb for the Orioles. You're gonna have to do something in between periods here to get something rocking. They need a goal.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with our first intermission. Oh, Maple Grove early. They lead Osseo 3-0.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Youth hockey going on both ends of the ice here between the first and second period at Maple Grove Community Center, where the Crimson look for their 14th win of the season, up on Osseo 3-0 through one period of play.
Domination totally by the Crimson here right from the get-go, John. 30 seconds in, Osseo had a good opportunity, and that was about it for the period.
Right. Let's look at some highlights from that first period of play. Didn't take long for Maple Grove. Really nice job on this play. Jack Kernan feeding Finn Brink for the goal that came at 1:18. Assist as well to Beck Picanato. And then a clean face-off win. Patefield getting it back to Sinclair. Jacob Sinclair scoring. That came at 1:35 after the goal at 127 or 118, and then at 213. When I misread 37 for 27, and obviously it was Imgren all the way. Originally I called Brink. Imgren getting the goal and the assist on that one, going to Karkos. It makes it 3-0 with the shots on goal and scoring chances. No penalties in that first period.
That went so fast. And thank God for Osseo. They weren't independents. They sure could use Maple Grove to do that, but we'll have to start out another period and they got to come out and start firing pucks. Just start shooting on the goal, see what they can get going here. Maple Grove, just keep playing the game.
Yeah.
Just keep playing the game.
All right, we'll take another time out. We'll come back. More hockey from the Maple Grove Community Center after this.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Maple Grove leads Osseo 3-0 after one period. Northwest Suburban Conference boys hockey tonight on CCX. Well, between the junior varsity and the varsity game tonight, Maple Grove honoring Troy Getch, a longtime coach in both youth hockey and has coached in the high school program. Coached for 3 decades, and a nice honor for Troy. And not only hockey, but all these coaches that give their time and whatever the sport might be, hats off to them. And tonight it was Troy's night, and well-deserved. He's put so much into the program and coaching a lot of these kids that are out here tonight, and kids for the last 30 years, as I mentioned, in the Osseo Maple Grove area. So congratulations to Troy and his family, and
there is
well-deserved honor.
There isn't a kid on this ice that's playing that guy hasn't known Coach Getch. He's been a real stalwart for the program.
Congratulations to Troy, done with hockey, but he's given his time, right? And
oh my God,
so many hours that he's put in.
He also does lacrosse too. Yeah, and boy and girl, and he's been all through this program. Here's the part that he hasn't touched, and he's really a great guy. He's a nice guy. Him and his wife this is what they do, and I don't know what he's going to do when finally all the kids go away, John.
Another timeout, and then we'll come back with more hockey from the Maple Grove Community Center. Congratulations, Troy Getch.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
We're back at the Maple Grove Community Center, ready to start the second period. The Maple Grove Crimson on top of the Osseo Orioles, 3-0. And much like me, Dan, Osseo hoping to have a better second period than first period. I was off my game, and they were a little off early in.
Yeah, they were, and it cost them. Boy, Maple Grove just jumped all over them with 3 goals right off the bat. Osseo, you got to go 1 goal at a time now. You just take it. They only got 5 shots. They need to get double-digit shots this period in order to get back in this game.
It's up position, too, I think, for Samuel Otiano came in goal, 3.5 minutes into the game. Stopped everything after he came in, but not necessarily expecting to play. He's like, oh, I'm in net the rest of the night.
That's being the Cinderella stories are made from, John.
All right, underway here in the second period. tie up to the left of the Osseo net in the corner, now freed up. Played out to the right point, and then right between the skates there of Margareau, played down into the corner, shipped up in the air and out of play.
Well, not a good start here for the Orioles. Maple Grove just kind of asserting themselves again and got it down the Osseo zone, and there it stays. Got another face-off in their zone.
Steenerson and Jake Sawicki on the faceoff, cleanly won by Steenerson, and it slides right past Margareau and the blue line. Got to bring it back into the zone, and Osseo able to get it out. At the blue line, here's a chance, but then a good job breaking that play up for Maple Grove.
And Connor Stelges with a nice stick there.
Still just able to prevent the shot on net. And back come the Crimson. I guess Bush got stopped as he came to the Osseo line as the Orioles turned that away. Trans, rink wide pass. Into the zone, and save made. Burtness called on to make his 6th save of the night. Flipped over the stick there of Giuliani, and it gives Osseo a chance to come back the other way. That's cleared ahead, and down into the corner it goes. Orioles trying to center it, but Maple Grove comes away with the puck. Pass too far. We have icing here on Maple Grove.
We're getting a little different look at contrast here too. Maple Grove looks cool and calm, just moving the puck here and there, no sense of urgency, just control it. And of course, get a good look at Coach Todd Berglund there, the Maple Grove Crimson. Done a remarkable job with this program, John. He's gotten to the state and the Tate tournament, played in a championship game, and they could be there again this year. They're that good.
Now this happens with a lot of programs in the state, so not Maple Grove unique in that. Well, here the scoring chance for Brinko comes in, and a big stop by Otiano.
That'll help the old confidence here for Otiano.
Centering pass here, and Otiano comes up again as Kernan fed Brink one more time. Peccanato slides it across. Margareau with a shot, and he fired it wide. Comes back onto Kernan's stick. Brink wide pass, just missed Margareau on that. He'll gather it back up, comes back out, blue line, shot, blocked, and cleared out of the zone. A nice job to block the shot there by Gavin Cheska and get it out for Osseo. They're able to make a change. Maple Grove circling back in their own end. Now they'll push it up. Kernan from center ice will push it in on the left wing. Drop pass there. Brink a shot and a save made. Otiano again coming up on another stop. I was starting to say that Maple Grove not unique in this. A lot of elite programs will have this, but you think of Dan, you talked about Maple Grove and how good they are. Could get back to state, maybe have a chance to win it. How good would they be if Landon Gunderson hadn't gone to juniors? Danny Nelson, was at the U.S. program, would have been a part of this team.
Maybe a no-doubter, but you know how hockey's like in this state, though, too. I mean, there's a lot of other good teams out there, but, those are big losses for them. But this team still has the core and essential values to get there the way they play, and don't count them out.
Oh, I'm not counting them out. I'm just saying they'd be better with those guys. That's all.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying at all that they can't win the section and go and get back to the state final. Puck comes out of the zone. Maple Grove's got to regroup. Headmanning pass didn't get very far and allows Osseo to get it back down to the Crimson zone.
So here's a situation now where Osseo's got to start winning some one-on-one battles here. Maple Grove's is staying very spread out. Osseo's got to get on their men and stay on them.
Leafblad drop pass, and not getting a lot on it was Patefield. And Osseo, rink wide pass, skips off, and Sinclair with a nice check as he takes Bodine out of the play. Defensive scoring, try a shot. Oh, and a big save made there, right on the doorstep. Joey Leafblad was right in on net, and Oceano comes up with another big stop. We are going to get our first penalty of the game here. A hooking call that's going to give Osseo a power play with Joey Leafblad going off for a hook.
Well, Osseo's working at a 22% power play effective rate, percentage-wise, but Maple Grove's got over a 90% kill rate. Oh, just missed it. Hit the post, I think.
So we'll see if this will jumpstart Osseo a little bit offensively. Pass missing. Luke Sawicki, and it comes all the way back down into the Osseo end. Kranz taking it there, lost it. Turning and dumping it past wide of the net there was Imgren. So he had a third goal here tonight for Maple Grove.
Boy, that fourth line is playing well for Maple Grove here. With Imgren and all that, they just are doing a really nice job for the Crimson.
Osseo back into the Maple Grove zone. The minute 20 to go, and the man advantage for the Orioles. Shot and the save made. There's been a lot of chances for Michael Burtness, but he stopped all 7 shots that have come his way tonight.
There's a chance to see number 8, Drew LeBurge for the Orioles there, standing in front of the net. He almost got a tip on it, but he got himself planted in there good, and they're going to have to do that too. They're not going to get a clean goal straight away from Otiano. They're going to have to get a dirty goal.
On Bartness? Yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah, Burtness, my fault.
Face off. Eventually controlled by Maple Grove. They cleared down the ice. Down to 1 minute to go in the penalty time. On Leafblad, back comes Sawicki. Down deep, had it poked off his stick. Good job by Picanato. Picanato gets control. The puck lost it briefly in front, but Aaron LeBurge unable to do anything with it. Kernan carries it deep, shorthanded. Went wide of the net. Plays it back out to the blue line. And we're going to have a first penalty here on Osseo, as Kernan got held as he went toward the net, and get the penalty on Jacob Bodine.
Boy, that's a turnaround right there. Osseo just had a nice opportunity in the power play. Didn't get much done. Then they get a penalty, and that's a not moving your legs type penalty when you get a penalty like that. Yeah, just got beat. Was not moving the legs at all.
So 4-on-4 for 38 seconds, and then a power play of 1:22 for Maple Grove. Face-off win, shot going high and over the net. Picanato back behind the Orioles net. Stops. Holding. Feeds the pass off. Onto the stick of Bush. Bush back to Picanato. Fires a shot, gets deflected off the stick of Ty Prokop. And not out of the zone. Maple Grove still with it. Bush getting it back. Picanato slides across. A good job by him to keep it in the zone.
That was a smooth move, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, he stretched himself out and he got it and saved it.
Maple Grove now on the power play. And Osseo able to clear. Under 11 minutes to play in the second period. 1:10 left in the power play for Maple Grove, their first tonight. Here comes Brink flying through the zone into the middle of the ice. And Steenerson had his stick tied up. Good job by Will Engel. Got another penalty coming up on Osseo here. And as it's covered by Otiano, we get the call, and it'll be 5-on-3, a hooking penalty, and it'll be 5-on-3 for 51 seconds for Maple Grove.
Well, Osseo's got to start moving their legs, John. You can tell by these types of penalties, hooking and that. I mean, these are all where you're getting caught off your feet and unbalanced, and you reach with your stick and create yourself a penalty situation. Now they're down 2 men.
Paloranta goes off for hooking at 6:26. Kernan across, walking in, and then shot wide. I think trying to go back on the back door was Brink with the pass, but Kernan wasn't there yet. And cleared down the length of the ice by Osseo. Still 30 seconds to go, though, in the 5-on-3. Walking in, and Kernan's shot gets deflected. Comes back out. Brink with it, top of the left circle. Feeds it back off, side of the net. Kernan's shot gets stopped by Otiano. Under 10 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Left circle across. Kernan feeds it in the slot to Brink. Trying to get it in a little closer to Steenerson. Osseo gets one man back. Shot away. That goes wide of the net. Got deflected wide. Back onto Kernan's stick. Feed it back out high to Marginell. 54 seconds left in the power play. Shot fanned on. Cleared and back out to the blue line. Marginell to Brink. Feeds it back to the left circle. Marginell, a big shot. Otiano saw it. Didn't cover it though.
Ooh.
And the puck gets cleared away by Osseo, but not out of the zone. Maple Grove still controlling with 30 seconds to go in the power play. Back into Brink's stick, and he fired it wide of the net. Bush to Kernan to Brink, side of the net, and he scores.
Well, Mr. Brink has had a lot of smiles on his face ever since this game got started. He has just been effective in finding that hole where he needs to put that puck, and he's done a great job for the Crimson, putting them up 4-0 on the power play. Was it off? They killed it? Oh, look at that. Look at that, right off the goalie. What a beautiful shot.
No, it was a power play goal.
Okay.
Yep. Brink's second of the night. And 19th of the season.
I kind of like that guy.
Yeah,
it's going to look good in red. I'm sorry. There I go again.
Jack Kernan and Lucas Bush get the assist on Brink's goal to make it 4-0. First goal scored here in the second period.
Well, it's just a question now for the Orioles. Just take it one shot at a time, but make sure you get the shots on the net. You really don't want to be missing the net now. You want to get it on net.
We're halfway through second period, halfway through the game. 4-0 Maple Grove leads Osseo. Riley Bott carries in deep. Lost the puck and went down. A little tie-up between Bott and the side of the net. And finally, he and Jacob Bodine get back on to their skates. No penalty at all. A little tussling between the two. Osseo from their own end, trying to clear. And they do back out to center. Left side, Karkos. Feeds it out in front. Sinclair looking for the tip in. Sinclair already has one tonight. Centering pass in front, a shot. And a nice save by Otiano as he stops Patefield point blank.
There's two nice saves right there as Maple Grove was pushing really hard. Boy, they're bringing guys down from the point, John, just charging them in there. They're not afraid to give up anything right now.
This is a little skirmish we had, Dan.
Boys being boys, John. The refs kind of let it go.
I think Bodine was trying to get up. He couldn't get up, and me and Bott tangled up, but he played on. Jake Sawicki and Patefield on this face-off. Comes back out of the Maple Grove zone. They reset at their blue line. Julie Leafblad tied up there with Luke Sawicki. And back out. Sawicki playing it ahead, trying to get it to Jake Sawicki. Excuse me, to Luke. Here's a shot away, and Patefield scores.
Wow. Wow, now the hole is big.
Ty Patefield nets the goal, his third of the season. Had an assist earlier tonight. Look at it again.
See him walking in here, and he moves himself into the slot for a better shooting angle and just rips the upper left-hand corner. Nice shot. He had his head up. Well, that's the way to shoot a puck, young man. Get your head up and then let her go.
Gavin Anderson will pick up the assist. Sinclair also an assist. So Sinclair a couple of points tonight. And now it's 5-0. Steenerson back behind the Osseo net. Feeds it back out to the blue line. Steenerson now will take the spot at the right point. Drops it back behind the Osseo net. Cleared around by Kranz. And now Engel with it. Engel clears up the boards, but Steenerson has it. Rings one, I think, off the pipe. And it goes out of play, or perhaps deflected off the stick of the goalie Otiano.
Steenerson, with the wingspan that big, my gosh, Johnny. I played defense all my life, and I would not want to play against a guy like that. My gosh, he's huge. But Maple Grove really showing they're a 13-3-1 team right now. They're playing very, very well. Everything's under control.
Ty Prokop brings it into the zone on the right side, trying to feed it up to Cheska. That got broken up, kept in by Osseo. Bodine kept it in, number 4 for the Orioles. Shot on net, save made and steered away by Burtness. Marganeau with it in the middle of the ice. Steenerson going to get back to Marganeau. We'll go to the corner. Takes a good hit there from Bodine. Crimson keep the puck in the zone. Oh, and then pass picked off as they turned it over. Gave it right to Cheska. Shot away here and fired wide of the net by Luke Sawicki.
Boy, good effort there by the D. By gosh, kept that thing in. Point for Osseo. Kept it in the zone.
Steenerson into the zone. Carries it right out in front. Cleared by Osseo. Luke Sawicki giving the pass off to Paloranta. Paloranta still with it as he came into the Maple Grove zone, then bumped off the play by Leno. Crimson back with it onto the stick. Brink trying to catch up with the puck. He'll get knocked down, wrapped up, and that's an easy penalty call. Will be another penalty coming up here. Steenerson with a shot, he scores. No need for the penalty when you can score with the extra attacker. And it's 6-0. No, 16, not 18. That is G. Ellingson with the goal. Look at what would have been the penalty and then the goal from Ellingson.
First of all, that wasn't good by Osseo, and then all of a sudden it turns around. They did not get the puck out of the zone. And you'll see it get moved around nicely. Right there. Boy, they got that thing down on the slide. Good. There's deflection there, I think, wasn't there? Might have gone off an Osseo defenseman.
So the goal for Ellingson, his 4th goal of the season. Hasn't played a ton of games this year. Just 10th varsity game. Picanato and Leno will get the assist on the Ellingson goal to make it 6-0. The 3 goals in each period for Maple Grove. Icing here on Osseo.
Well, Maple Grove's having tremendous success with a high slot in the middle there. Just beautiful setups there. Osseo's got to get their center back more toward the slot rather than going outside on the boards to check and get that slot covered up first. That's where Maple Grove's been scoring.
Under 4.5 minutes to go here in the second period. Whistle. What do we have, man?
Might have been a hand pass, I think.
Faceoff will come right outside the Osseo line. Orioles will play it out to center, tipped into the Maple Grove zone. Anderson will play it off the end boards. Return pass from Leno. And up to center ice. Karkos, number 22 on the boards. Goes to the corner and then back behind the net. Immigrant with it there. Imgren turning away from some pressure. Lost the puck. Cleared, but not out. Anderson will keep it in at the point. Give it up as the pass was picked off by Benabrokoff. Lost back to Maple Grove. Imgren with a shot hit the side of the net. Back on to the stick of Karkos. Blue line. Shot there gets deflected. Osseo will clear it down and ice it.
Boy, one of the things that Maple Grove's doing really well, I mean, Osseo's trying to put pressure and move the puck around, and Maple Grove's having nothing to do with it. They are stepping into the passing lanes and interrupting the flow for the Orioles and disrupting their attack.
Face off. Won by Maple Grove. Patefield right out in front. Trying to pick the top corner. Shot it high over the net. Played back out. Blue line. Shot. That gets blocked. Comes out of the zone. Onto the stick of Leno. Cross. And up to center. Patefield gets a touch on it into the zone where it's taken by Kranz of Osseo. Jake Sawicki lost it. Patefield centering pass picked off by Sawicki. He loses it. Patefield goes after the puck in the corner and beats Kranz to it. Sinclair back on the wing. Leafblad to the corner to Patefield. Back out. No shot blocked by Osseo and out of the zone. Race for the puck here. And Luke Sawicki coming in on the right side. Let's just see who he's got with him. Goes all the way back behind the net. Turns and fires to game around. It's deflected off of Leafblad's stick. Stayed in play and still in the Maple Grove end. Orioles regain possession. Shot away. Tip wide of the net. Left side. Poked free by Patefield and cleared but not out.
Boy, good stretch here by Osseo, John. They're really putting pressure on keeping that puck inside the attack zone.
Shot going wide off the stick of LaBerge. About a minute and a half to play here in the second period. Now Maple Grove gets possession. Andrew Leafblad only able to get it to the blue line. It did come out for a second, then brought back in offside by Osseo.
Oh, that was a pretty good shift for the Orioles here. They kind of slowed down the Crimson, got it tied up in the attack zone, but they couldn't generate any shots. Whereas Maple Grove is having fun in the Osseo slot, they weren't letting any Orioles into their slot.
Just 2 shots on net for Osseo here in the second period. Here comes Maple Grove. Steenerson with a shot that leaks through but wide of the net. Orioles clear it out to center. Anderson there to play it for Maple Grove. Plays it behind his net for Picanato. Picked off by Kranz. Brought it in. Couldn't get a shot away. Here comes Maple Grove. Shot and in. A good save there by Otiano on Steenerson. Puck at center. Played across and up ahead across the blue line. Bush playing it for Brink. Brink back behind the net, trying to come out in front, put the puck out in front. Back to the blue line. Piccanato's shot gets deflected, didn't come all the way through. Back out, 16 seconds to go in the period. And just pops off Anderson sticking out of the zone. 10 seconds to go. Turnover. Osseo with a shot and getting just a piece of it, and enough of it was Burtness to clear it back to the corner, and there's the end of the second period.
Osseo still got it. Hasn't reached double figures in shots right now. They're sitting at 8 right now, where Maple Grove's got 28, and it's just been the difference of the game. I mean, that tells the tale of who's been dominating the game and who hasn't. And the Grove came out and they just put it on it, and they're going to make sure they're going to have a nice time of it tonight.
Our score through 2 periods of play now. Maple Grove 6, Osseo nothing. We're back with our second intermission on CCX after this. Maple Grove and Osseo boys hockey tonight on CCX. 3-0 Maple Grove after 1, 6-0 Crimson after 2 periods of play. John Jacobson with Dan Pickett. Let's look at highlights, Dan, from the second period. As I mentioned, Maple Grove building on a 3-0 lead, and it stayed that way for a long time, but then at the 8:10 mark, they get their 4th of the night on the power play. Finn Brink is 2nd of the night, 19th of the season. The assist going to Kernan and Bush, and a 9:42 Ty Patefield. Nice goal here, his 3rd of the season. The assist to Anderson and Sinclair. They get their 3rd of the period and 6th of the game at 11:59. Nice setup. Jay Ellingson buries the shot. The assist going to Brent Leno and Beck Picanato. And hitting, it is hockey after all. A little physical play, but not a ton of penalties tonight, Dan. And
no.
One hooking and a couple of hookings in the holdings, so nothing roughing. But we always like to show a little bit of physical play when we can, right?
It's hockey, man, you know, but it's a rivalry game too, and I like the way the refs are letting them play. They're not getting involved. They're going to have some rough stuff, no big deal.
Shots on goal really favoring Maple Grove, 28-8, and the big edge in scoring chances as well. And they've got the big lead on the scoreboard, too. 6-0. Maple Grove leads Osseo. We're through 2 periods. 3rd period of hockey on CCX after this.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there, choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Six 0 Maple Grove on top of Osseo as we head to the 3rd period of play here at the Maple Grove Community Center. First of 3 straight nights Maple Grove will play. They will host Grand Rapids tomorrow and Centennial on Saturday afternoon for getting a few days off before the next game February 2nd at Tutino Grace. As you look at Maple Grove, number 4 in the rankings this week. Minnetonka and Wayzata, 2 late conference teams at 1 and 2. Chanhassen and Benilde St. Margaret's going at it tonight at a Metro West Conference game over at St. Louis Park Rec Center. And then Edina right behind Maple Grove at number 5. We saw them and they started 0 and 2, and we're like, oh, what's wrong with Edina? They're okay after all, right?
I think we got that figured out at the turkey trot. Like, I'm not too worried about this.
Rogers, you saw in the top 10. Maple Grove and Rogers played a couple of weeks ago, and they could meet again, Dan, in the section final. They played to a 3-3 tie here on January 14th. Maple Grove had a big edge in shots on goal, but ended up in a tie that night with the Royals.
Rogers is coming on, boy. The numbers are starting to show there. Their youth programs have been good for the past 4 years, so you're starting to see it at the high school level now.
Osceo's next game this Saturday against Elk River Zimmerman. They will host Hopkins a week from Saturday, February 4th, an afternoon game that you can see live on CCX.
Going back to the tin bin, John.
It'll be a little cold on February 4th at the tin bin, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be,
It's cold all the time, man. What am I talking about?
I'm acclimated. I spent a lot of years in that arena.
Underway here in the 3rd period. Grove 3 goals in the first, 3 more in the second. Finn Brink with 2 goals for the players. A goal apiece. Shot there gets deflected and cleared out. Icing here on Osseo, but with a 6-goal margin, it is running time here. Unless we go under 6 the rest of the way. Steenerson to take the face-off for Maple Grove. Bennett Prokop for Osseo, won by Prokop. Getting it to Brendan Kranz. Banked by Will Engel out of the zone and down into the Maple Grove end. Another icing on Osseo.
Oh, I like that. I like that idea. Had a way to go, Coach.
Yeah, they were trying to spring Gavin Cheska there. And just puck a little too far out in front of him, number 6.
Well, if nothing else, John, that'll pull that Maple Grove D back off that point line and give them some room to maneuver and come down with some numbers. Osseo, that is.
Kernan wins the face-off. Picanato with a shot and the glove save by Otiano.
I noticed there, too, the Orioles came out. They really boxed off that front of that net. Goalie had all the time in the world to watch it come in.
Another clean face-off win. Leno fires a shot wide of the net. Puck loose in the slot. Brink trying to get a stick on it. And Osseo able to clear it out of the zone. Leno trying to fight through a couple Orioles players and couldn't. Lost the puck. Maple Grove getting it back. Pushing the puck in the corner. Kernan now comes free with it. Off to Leno, top of the right circle. The shot. Trying to get it on the Brink stick. Back to Leno. Feeding it off to Kernan. Or excuse me, to Picanato with a shot, and he scores.
Really good shot. I don't know if that found 5-hole or just found the short side where the pad wasn't quite up against the post. But he took his time, you see. And the one thing Maple Grove's doing really well, they're getting their heads up when they shoot. So they know exactly where it's going. I like that. They just aren't pounding it away at hopefully where the net is. Get a good look here. Yeah, he got a good look. Yep, just got it in on the short side a little high. Didn't go under anything, about 6 inches off the ice. Nice shot, nice goal.
Third goal of the season for the senior to make it 7-0. Patefield with the shot. Save made by Otiano. Patefield with it again, trying to push it back behind the net to Joey Leafblad. And Osseo gains control. Leno gets the assist on the goal, his second assist tonight on the Picanato goal.
Well, Maple Grove's rolling. They're not having any difficulties right now.
Nope.
They're just rolling through. They're out shooting Osseo 32-8. Ouch.
Patefield and Jake Sawicki on the face-off, came outside the zone. Andrew Leafblad lost it, now ahead his brother Joey, who shoots it into the zone. Orioles able to clear it out of their own end, overskated there, poked back ahead of the Crimson line. Patefield's pass missed Joey Leafblad, and back behind the net is Bodine for Osseo. He'll skate up the middle of the ice with it. Here comes Bodine, a captain for the Orioles. In on the left side, it's a stick tied up by Joey Leafblad and goes down. Puck taken then by Andrew Leafblad to the blue line, kept in by the Orioles, then lost. Patefield takes it, able to feed it off to Imgren. Imgren comes in alone. The rest of his line was making a change and lost the puck there to Cameron Kinsella. Kinsella's pass comes up to the blue line. Paloranta lost it at the Maple Grove line. Crimson shooting it back in. Played there by Otiano behind his net. Orioles get it out of the zone, but not by much. Passed ahead. Bush caught up in his skates and couldn't get a shot away, and Orioles control. Hillstrom with it. Austin Hillstrom fires it in wide of the Maple Grove net. Bush feeding it toward the blue line, trying to get it there to Carcos. Maple Grove getting it back into the Osseo end. Under 12 minutes to play now in the hockey game. Passed out in front, picked off though by Jackson Berg. Played to the corner by Maple Groves. They got the stick on it again. Bush with it. Going battle with Engel. Bush again. And Engel, 21-7 there along the boards. Bott moves in for Maple Grove. Bush comes out of there with it. Shot from the blue line, the rebound try got cleared away.
Well, the Crimson working with a lot of support on their forechecking too. As one guy goes in, the next guy's right there to follow up and support, and keeping that puck inside the Osseo zone.
Steenerson hits the pipe with a shot. Took the pass from Margareau, went in and hit the pipe. Here comes Ellingson now. He's got a goal tonight. It's ridden off the puck, cleared by Osseo out to center. Bjork there. He got turned around at the blue line by Leno. Sinclair for Maple Grove. Back to Picconato. Up to center. Steenerson drags the puck in with him into the zone. Going back behind the net. Needs the pass off. That got broken up. And Osseo gets it again. Here come the Orioles. Pushing deep was Tate Brink. We haven't talked about that tonight. Tate Brink, number 19 for Osseo, the younger brother of Finn Brink of Maple Grove. The brothers playing on opposite sides here tonight. Maple Grove just getting after the puck in their own zone as Osseo, their top line back out there. We get a whistle, a hand pass here. 10 minutes in. Running here in the third.
Well, a little while there during that last shift, we had 4 players on the ice over 6 foot. It almost looked like we were looking at a Wild game or a Flyers game, if you want to look at it that way. But
here's a look at Tate Brink on your left and Finn Brink on the right. And taking a chance to skate regular as a defenseman for Osseo.
Well, you can't tell they're brothers, can you? Jeepers, look at those two. They look alike. Well, good choice by the young one. He just decided he wanted to go play hockey somewhere, and he could play at Osseo, so good for him.
Something got, we'll get the dead fish thrown onto the ice.
Yeah, ref, I don't want to touch that thing either.
All right. I can't say I've seen that at a high school game in a while.
I've done seen octopi on the ice, but not fish.
We're not at a Red Wings game. I love that. Wipe it on my...
He's not amused. Did you notice that? He wasn't too amused. Oh.
Patefield with a shot off the face-off and the save made.
Tell me what would have made that better was an eel pout they threw on the ice.
Out in front, Patefield turning and firing. That got blocked. Finn Brink back with it. Brink wide pass across. Right circle shot hitting the side of the net. Off Andrew Leafblad's stick and then stopped for a moment. Whistle. Here comes the fish. There. Somebody will be taking a look at that footage.
Who did this? Let's find the culprit. Oh, that penalty box is going to smell bad in a little while.
I'm going to bring a fish, and I'll find the perfect time to throw it out on the ice.
Kids these days, my gosh.
With 7:40 to play and running. Osseo shooting the puck into the Maple Grove zone.
Well, Maple Grove's asserting themselves. They're looking tournament ready right now. I'll tell you what, they're playing really, really well all together. They're playing 4 lines. They're solid all the way through.
You know, I talked about Maple Grove and Rogers and a good chance they could play in the section final. I'm not going to move off that. But Champlain Park's having a really good season. They're also in Section 5 AA, beat Maple Grove in overtime a week ago. But a nice hockey club this season.
It's good to see, too, you know, just to get some of these young new teams up there and showing a little progress toward, you know, becoming an elite team in the state.
Face-off coming back into the Orioles zone. She'll be Coach Prokop. I'd like to get one on the board, right? I talked about at the top of the show. It's been the last 5 meetings. This being the 6th now that Maple Grove has hung a shutout on Osseo. And the Orioles would love to get one here in the last 6+ minutes. But they have not been around the net a lot tonight.
No.
Dan, their best scoring chance came 10 seconds into the game.
That's right. They haven't even reached double figures in shots on goal.
Comes Maple Grove. Shot fired wide of the net there by Bush. Steenerson walking in on his knees, still gets a shot away. Back to Bush. Feeding it back out. Stelgis, his shot. Stop made there by Otiano. Berg for Osseo. Rink wide pass. Trying to get it to Bodine. Not a play.
You know, some nights it just doesn't go for you, and sometimes it doesn't, you know. And it's one of those nights for the Orioles here.
Right. I'm sure that they'd say we're a better team than this. Maybe we're not going to beat Maple
I agree.
Grove, but we're not 7 goals worse. But on the scoreboard, they are tonight, right?
Yeah.
They are what the score is.
Yeah, last year they had, what, 4 wins? Same score.
Yeah, right. Patefield into the zone. Shot made. Tiano makes the stop on that. Sinclair will dump it back behind the net. Took a hit, and that's going to bring a whistle. One hit on Sinclair, get a cross-checking penalty against Eli Larson.
No, we'll see it right here, just a little too much. And of course he's bigger, so they're going to get the call.
Puck into the corner. Osseo controlling and able to skate it out of their zone. Here playing shorthanded. Sawicki with it. Moves into the slot and fanned on the shot and then chipped out of the way. Now a chance for Maple Grove. Back the other way. 2-on-2. Imgren feeding it off on his left. Patefield couldn't get a stick on it. Then it got tied up nicely by Jake Sawicki. Passed by Engel up the wing and out of the zone. Luke Sawicki. And cleared back out by Maple Grove. Imgren turns with the puck, waiting for his teammates to get on the ice. And flipped up in the air by Paloranta down into the Maple Grove zone.
Oh, decided to call icing on that. Boy, you know, Maple Grove is just stifling in the middle, John. They're not letting anything in their slot from their blue line all the way to the backboards. Osseo's been able to get nothing going inside there and usually turn the puck over to the Maple Grove D, who moved it out quickly and efficiently.
Shot away. Play back behind the Osseo net. Joey Leafblad puts the puck onto Bott's stick. His shot stopped. Kept in by Leafblad. He'll move to the corner with it. Side of the net. Shot. Save made. Puck still loose. And then sent wide of the net. Leafblad after it again. Really hustling on this shift. And comes out of the zone, and Andrew Leafblad will get the return pass here from Anderson. Shooting it down into the Oriole zone. Behind the net where Bodine takes it. For Kinsella. Up to center ice and down into the Maple Grove end. Andrew Leafblad down deep into the Osseo end. Swept there by LeBurge around the boards. Maple Grove picks it off right in front. Patefield a shot in the goal. Great setup. Steenerson feeds Patefield. He gets his second of the night to make it 8-0.
Just a beautiful push and play by the Crimson there. They've been really working back across the crease and in the slot a lot tonight. And it's paid off for them. You see an opportunity here coming across. And right there. Look at that.
Bush and Steenerson get the assists on Patefield's goal. Second of the night, is fourth of the season. Under a minute to go here in the third period.
Well, Maple Grove looking every bit the number 4 team in the state as they're rated right now. They might even move up a little bit. I don't know. We'll see.
Delayed penalty on Osseo if the Orioles get a touch on it here. And they do. Get one last penalty call.
Yeah, Maple Grove probably won't be able to get a chance to be on the power play here. Time's running down here in running time.
Slashing call. Burge is like, do I need to go into the box now? We're like under 15 seconds and running. But he will take a spot. I don't think we'll get a face-off. And that will do it. Well, Maple Grove gets 3 goals early, Dan Ficken, in the first 2.5 minutes of the game. And, I mean, that's the way the night went for them and for Osseo. They win at 8-0.
Pretty much a no-doubter right there. Maple Grove asserting themselves one of the elite teams in the state and showing it quite well. Completely dominating the Osseo Orioles, outshooting them 37-8.
Yeah, no shots on goal at all for Osseo there in the third period.
Yeah, just.
With the win, Maple Grove goes to 14-3-1 on the season. Osseo drops to 9-10. That will do it for our coverage tonight from the Maple Grove Community Center. For Dan Ficken and all of our great crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks so much for watching our coverage of high school hockey on CCX.